Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. I hit the live. We're doing it. Oh my golly. Okay, here we go. Well. It's been a long time, huh? My name is Dee, and I'm streaming out of Humboldt County, about Humboldt County, to Humboldt County, and anyone else who cares. And I see some of my people here. It's so good to see you. Thank you for being here. You're saying hi to Paul, and I don't see Paul in my StreamYard, but I hope that I'm glad you guys see him. Whoops. Okay, I can hear myself. That's good. Yeah, I don't see Paul. Wonder why. That's weird, huh? Okay. Hi from Judy. Hey, Judy, what's up? Well, you guys, it's been a while. I do have a lot of things I want to share, and I hope to get it done in a kind of a quick fashion, but we'll see. If you don't know me, there's a few people on X that I've kind of opened myself up to, I guess that's the way to put it. Hello, world. Hi, X. And I don't know these people much, but I didn't know a lot of you a few years back, and yet here we are. We're all still standing. Yeah. And I'm always doing this in the beginning of every stream, and I hardly ever even use these. No, I do. I put them in to check the sound, but you guys are going to help me out with that tonight. I want to go through some stuff real quick. Seems like I get a monthly stream off these days. I'm not streaming a lot. I kind of got sick of hearing myself talk. I got sick of hearing myself talk about problems. You know, I love to bring solutions. And so I do have some solutions to share with you today. My first solution is I put a oh my gosh, stick up. I put a stick 'em up. I put a sticky note up that says right here down by my desktop, streamers take note, okay? No. So if you hear silent, awkward pauses, it's because I'm trying not to say and to fill in the gaps. Because when you're looking around for videos and stuff, you want to fill in that space. But I'm not a shock jock streamer. I'm streaming out of Humboldt County, about Humboldt County, to Humboldt County, and anyone else who cares. I'm not here to entertain. I'm here to do what I thought everybody was supposed to be doing, but I learned that we actually all have different callings. We all have different missions, and we all have different things that we can bring to the table. And I want to see everybody else, what they have. Hi, Regina. Good to see you. And I have a few notes that I was kind of jotting down. I wanted to say that I was sorry for any of you that haven't heard from me much lately by phone. Not just YouTube. I don't have any obligation with YouTube. I've never asked for money. I don't do this for money. I'm really trying to be a voice for my community. And I think that I am a voice for my community. And as unwanted as it may be, I'm still here. So I don't care if you like me or not. At this point, if I did care about that, man, I might as well just close it up and say, stand down, Patriot, because that was almost the message on this when I first set this up. I actually did put stand down, Patriot, like question mark. If you know me, you could hear that in my voice. You could hear me saying that. And it was because a lot of things that I've experienced in the last few years from standing up, a lot of the hardest things to take have been from patriots, have been from people who are in the movement or in the fight, who are saving the kids, and they really care, they really, really care. But can they still stand with me? I'm going to stand with anybody who wants to stand on liberty. At this point, I am give me liberty, or you might as well just kill me, because I'm sick of all this crap. I'm sick of being run by criminals. Can we not get a few people together and actually do better than these morons? Like, really? Is that my girl Jen in Wisconsin? Hey, honey, good to see you. Shout out to anybody lurking that doesn't want to say hi. It's cool. I'm a big lurker. I'm a big lurker too. Let me see my notes here. Yeah, to the people who haven't heard from me much, you still are in my prayers. As God is my witness, you still are in my prayers. I just can't sometimes deal with other people's emotional problems. I'm not the Rock. I go to the Rock, and I suggest you go to the Rock too. Nobody here in YouTube can hold anybody up. We really can't. And that's the perfect segue to what I've been thinking about a lot with the podcast. There's all the inner fighting and stuff. There's so many things, but really what people, I hope they realize, is it going to be the ancient writings and our foundational documents, or is it going to be like the new popular trending viral podcasters? Are they going to save the country? We think we know the answer. So ancient writings is where it's at. That's what I've been poking around in a lot of things. Last stream I did was on Cyrus the Great. If you've never done a study on Cyrus the Great, man, just go to Isaiah 45 and just go and have fun. You'll love it, because historically and biblically, it's awesome. Human rights came 2,600 years ago, not just with the Magna Carta. They came actually with Cyrus the Great. So we should really talk about Cyrus the Great a lot more. The church should talk about Cyrus the Great a lot more too, because it's such a fascinating, he was such a fascinating, powerful legend in what he did. And his Cyrus Cylinder that gave us the first Bill of Rights, the first 4, I believe, are part of what is our Bill of Rights today, which is from the Magna Carta, but they go back even further than that. So anyway, let's see. Let me just share what some of the links I have to share with you about Humboldt real quick. I'll go through a little Humboldt brief. I don't do streams every day anymore, so I kind of just keep my finger on the pulse of what's going on in my county, and I really want to know what's going on in your county. There are 3,144 counties in America. Will people please stop talking about Candace Owens? That would be great. That would be great. These people aren't going to help you. They don't care about you. They don't care about your county. Nobody's really going to care about your county more than you are. So one of the things I had a mind shift, I had to realize when I got sick of hearing myself talk, and I got sick of talking in general and having the same conversations over and over and over again. I'm trying to, I want to self-govern, and I want to challenge this criminal government. And we don't need that many people to do it, actually. We really don't. We just need people that are willing to be educated, people that are willing to be faithful, people that are godly, people that want the same things. And most of all, people need to understand or comprehend what is liberty. United we stand, divided we fall. Liberty and justice for all. I see a lot of people that conservatives, particularly and truthers, who do not have a clue about liberty, because they got an axe to grind with people that don't know as much as they know right now. And I really hope that they can check themselves, because they're not helping people when they make themselves, when they prop themselves up and they say stuff like, you could be like us, and you can know things, and we all know things. How about you see us? Everybody needs to start seeing everybody else. That's what I do, is I see other people and I go, wow, what kind of gifts and talents has God given them? I'm not worried about, do they know everything I know about? Do they know everything I know about? That's a little bit arrogant, isn't it? Isn't it a little bit arrogant to be like, oh, these people, once everybody knows what I know, well, then we'll be, it's like so arrogant. It's like, please get off your high horse, because biblically speaking, knowledge puffs up. And everybody right now that's woke up, a lot of people are woke up and we're all awakened and everything, but some people are out there poking. They're not making people that are waking up feel real good. They're making their self feel real good because they're like, look at me. I've been knowing this for 10 years. I am so sick of hearing that. Yeah, I've been following Trump since the days of The Apprentice. I've been following what's going on in the first term. It ain't about Trump. It's not about Trump at all. It's about liberty. It's about our rights. And it's about assembling on stuff that's not satanic. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Okay. I didn't know all that. That wasn't in my notes. But it's been on my heart for sure because I'm over it. I'm over it. An untainted life, truther, please hear me. An untainted life by this world is an isolated life. Okay? When it comes to diamonds, football games, whatever. A month ago or so, whatever that football game was, I could care less about football. Okay. I could care less about football, but this is what God put on my heart about it. When the neighbor invited us over because our other neighbor died in a fire and they used to do football and they were hoping we would come and be with them, and I was like, I don't want to do football. I really, can't stand football, whatever. And I said I was going to go, then I wasn't going to go. Because I'm seeing all the fakery about NFL and all the truthers are putting out. So I know about it. I know. I don't believe it. I don't love football, but I can love getting together with my neighbors and being with my husband and not sitting alone in my house, wishing I was with people and, feeling like I'm better than everybody else because I'm sitting here not watching football. And people like that are sitting there lecturing everybody else right now on what they should do with their life because they don't live their life and they don't think like they think, are missing something very important right now. We need grace. We need mercy. We need people that have a teacher's heart to share the truth in a way that is not weaponized, that is not making people feel like crap for being ignorant for so long. We've all put stuff in our body. We've put stuff in our kids' bodies. We have done things. I've done things I'm super ashamed of, but I understand that I also am a product of this environment, this society. We grew up in this. You won't be untainted. I don't care who you are. You can walk around holier than thou all you want. You are not above anybody else that has grown up in this earthen world. We're all in this together. We all bleed red and we're all hurting right now. It's just such a mess. I've been in so many different groups. I've been part of so many different people that want to make a difference and stuff. And it just fizzles out. It falls away because people can't put up with each other. They can't have the tough conversations. They're traumatized and triggered by things that have happened in the recent past. There's trust issues up the wazoo. Men don't really want women there, but they need us there. Women don't really, I don't know. There's a lot of issues, okay? I don't want to sit here and get put in a box about what I think about men and women, but we got some issues, and I would like to talk about them. Here's another thing. Okay, so Sean Stryker got on InfoWars recently, and then right after he got on it, I shared about it because he was sharing about assembly, and he was sharing about our laws and our Constitution and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, I start seeing all these videos where people are attacking InfoWars and that. Just so you know, I've never watched one entire Alex Jones video ever. I'm not a huge fan of Alex Jones at all. But when my friend gets on a big platform, we celebrate because that is still where Americans are. Americans aren't on the little channels talking about the Constitution. They're not on the little channels talking about the counties, problems, and solutions. Americans are still watching people that are spoon feeding them all the sensational news of the day. So I hope people can understand and have a little more mercy and grace when people find themselves mingling with the other side. We're same team, same team. Same team, same team. I have had that pent up for a while. An untainted life is an isolated life. It's not just too many people, you're isolated, and you need to get around other people, and you need to have grace for people where they are at and help bring them there in a loving and teaching way. So this video, I don't want to play the sound of it. I just want to play it. This video, I don't know how it just showed up in my feed, you know. There's a lot going on with the Covelo. Is that what Seth called it? I talked to Seth, the B man. Covelo. He called it Covelo. I said Cavello. He said, "Oh, Covelo." I'm like, "Yeah." There's this video that dropped about Covelo. It says, "Don't go here." And so I was watching it, and it starts to zoom in on a lot of greenhouses that are they're just different looking than they look up here in Humboldt County. Like our greenhouses are white. These greenhouses are green. And there's a lot of bad videos out about Covelo, I guess is how you say it. There's videos out about some court cases. Close down now. I'm done with you. Let's see. Covelo. Mendocino, Sheriff. Oh, yeah. These guys were talking about it in 2020, about how bad it was. So you can go back and I'm not sure I'm ready to really play any videos just yet. Applied to Round Valley. I watched some of that. Andrew Scully. I guess he's like a pretty big. Uh-oh, that one's gone. Great. That wasn't that long ago. I just, shoot, that sucks. I just was watching about that. And this was a really great message. These guys were putting it out 5 years ago about the situation in Covelo. So if you want to know about how bad it is in the hills out here, it's beyond Murder Mountain. That was a stupid series, by the way, most people will say. I mean, it was good for what it was. Okay, don't get me wrong. If you were in it, whatever, it's cool. But we don't love when Humboldt County gets attached to just marijuana. It's like we're really self-sufficient here. In fact, if I hope I don't forget, did I put it in here? Somebody went to a thing through Apex. It's an extension of Humboldt State University's college has what was it? There is how to do business with the government. And I took a bunch of pictures of it. I wanted to upload it. It's called Apex through Humboldt State University. And if you want to learn how to get government contracts, it's the new government vetting process. Obviously, if you're working with illegal immigrants, China, Russia, stuff like that. But there's also a lot more ways you can learn about getting government contracts through Apex, APEX, Cal, through the oh no, it's not Humboldt State University anymore. It's called Cal Poly. Sorry. And I thought I had put something in here about it, but I don't see it. So I'll try to put it in another one. Okay, good news is and solutions. I love solutions, guys. If you've come in the chat, hello, I'm sorry I haven't been paying attention to chat. I'll get a little distracted and I'm kind of on a roll right now. And I want to keep to what I'm doing. But hello and welcome. I like to talk about Humboldt County. I like to talk about our military. I like to talk about, and I have another map. I got to share my friend Gail's map out of Oregon. But this is the Free Federal Criminal Database. And if you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, to see all the cases, I guarantee your state is in here. These are most likely RICO cases. These are all USA versus. When you open up one, it's going to open up a gigantic file of even more. You see USA versus USA, USA, USA. These are RICO cases. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. If you know how to look up cases, this could be a really fun gold mine for you. When I get depressed, I just got to say, I go to this database. I go down to Northern California. Like, what's going on here? You know, because they don't update it very often. They really don't update it very often. So there we are, Northern District of California. There's a massive color coded system. I couldn't begin to tell you what it means. I have no idea, really. The last time Northern California was updated, the district here, oh boy, you guys, oh my goodness. Will you look at that? What was February 28th? You guys, last time I saw it, I think it was January either 3rd. I think it was the 3rd. I don't think I've seen the last 2 postings. So anyway, I have a lot of fun with these. I don't know. I'm nerdy with court cases, RICO, government stuff. Just kind of fascinates me, you know. Let's see. Northern Cal, February 2026. Why don't I see? Let me see if I don't see it. Robert Illman is the one whose name now they're cleared. Oh, wow. Okay. So those cases are, I don't know. They must be done. Let me see the January one. Robert Illman's name was on the top 3 lines of the cases, and it was Eureka. Let's see. September was the last time I saw that. Let's look at September's. Quite certain in September I saw his name. There they are. Robert Illman, the top 3. There are 750 dockets with over, oh goodness, I don't know, shoot, 79,000 names for habeas corpus. These judges were not saying Robert Illman, but I'm saying he was set to look at the appeals for a bunch of habeas corpus cases for prisoner rights. Their appeals kept getting denied. I'm going to throw something out at you guys. I don't know if you've thought about this much, but there have been 5 prisons in California that have closed since, I guess it's 2023. Let me go to my thing because I did share it. It's 2023. There have been 5 prisons that have closed since 2020, because I recently looked up the Susanville prison, because I've known some people that have some familiarity with the Susanville prison. And I just, you know, by watching all these cases on that database I shared with you, when you look up the habeas corpus and you realize what is possibly going on here, you possibly are going to have a bunch of prisoners that have been locked up unjustly for a long time, that have been studying the law better than most Americans. That's kind of my hope. And I mean, as I follow things that are happening, if 5 prisons are closed, where are they going? Did they build better prisons? I want real hardcore criminals locked up, but you know, we've had people locked up for some real lame stuff. And when it comes to liberty, when the bar is liberty, I think Americans have a lot of studying to do again, because it's liberty, freedom, and captivity. And the liberty and freedom are different. And that's what we're going to learn about. I'm not doing any of the study today. I didn't like the last study I did. I wasn't going to keep doing it because I didn't love it, but I'm going to keep on with this one. I'm just introducing it to you today because I want to get this in. I want to get this circulating in the webs and the waves about liberty. People need to understand there's a test you can take. I'm going to share it with you. It's like 80 questions. Okay. And I uploaded it. I took the pictures of this book and I uploaded it. And I really hope that people will look at it and take it. And where is this stuff? And you can see if you're captivity minded. I got a high bar. To assemble and to self-govern, you first of all have to believe that you don't need a lawyer, and you have to get 13 people together for your county that are willing to not try, but that are willing to be faithful and loyal and commit and learn how to write demands and requisitions and not be afraid and not do it with the old system, because the old system is stupid and it's not working. And trying to find it. Let me share something else, I guess, here. There is a big case that happened out of Humboldt County, labor trafficking, the cannabis site, and I'm pretty sure it was multiple agency, NorCal Coalition Law Enforcement Partners and the Humboldt County Sheriff's Office Management Team, 3 search warrants, Garberville Cannabis Control. Interesting, they used what did they call this? Listen, this story is crazy, actually. I was like, what? I've never heard of somebody calling. The Humboldt County Sheriff's Office received a call February 22nd this year from the Mexican consulate. The consulate officials were communicating with a victim who reported they were working on a cannabis cultivation site and had been left stranded alone on the property without food and without payment of owed wages. So this picture here shows law enforcement officers with the Humboldt County Sheriff's Office team and partners served a search warrant. A remote cannabis cultivation property is part of a labor trafficking investigation near Bridgeville, California on March 10th. Dang, they got the call in February, what did it say, 22nd? Where didn't it say that? Yeah, February 22nd. Dang. Takes some time, right? It takes some time. So let's see. Sheriff's Office said determined the victim was on a licensed cultivation site on a remote property in Bridgeville. The deputies tried to reach the victim, but they couldn't make contact because of the environmental conditions and the significant flooding in the area. So they got help from the Search and Rescue Swift Water Rescue Team. Woo! Yes. Deputies located the victim and safely removed them from the property. After the extraction, the victim was connected with support services and resources through NorCal Coalition. Well, I guess it's not as crazy as that story out of Shasta Lake when that guy went down in his submergible. What did they call it? One article said it was a submarine, but then they changed it. That guy had set up a trading firm and had swindled people. He made like 28 million, but only shared 8 million. And oh man, it was a bad choice on his part. So when he got caught, he fled in a submergible thing under the lake. It was a nutty story. I don't know, but okay, here we go. Susanville, California. So the prison closed in 2023. And I know why I was interested in this, because is this James O'Keefe? This looks like his video, right? No, this is something else. Native Americans not receiving money after told they were from the government. 1.4 billion. Grifton. California names the 5th state prison to close because of failing inmate population. How many are veterans, you think? Man, you better be ready for the can of whoop ass that is coming, people. I'm telling you, I got eyes and ears. Do you? I don't think they took these people out while simultaneously you've got all these cases for habeas corpus and put them in a bigger, more different prison. Not that they're transferring them, I don't think. I mean, I am assuming a lot here. I am connecting some dots here that could be wrong. Maybe they're taking them and putting them in McDonald's. I don't know. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Is Cola here? I wanted to send her the link in there. Oh, hey, Cola. I'm hoping to send the link when I'm done rambling. And I don't know if my friend Gail is here, but I need to share a cool website that my friend Gail put together. Oh, good to see you, Cola. I'm glad you're here, babe. And hey, girl. How you doing, honey? Been praying for your family. Alex confirms Tim Pool. Okay. All right. A bunch of that. Okay. Good to see you guys. Let me go back to my blog. So I did put out 2 blogs recently. Let me go back to some more solutions. I have a couple solutions I'm really excited to share with you guys. I talked to this guy. Well, first, let me get to an email first. I guess our schools, one school here, high schools, we had a lockdown, 2 lockdowns in the last week. Let me get the article. Eureka High Schools and College of the Redwoods. I didn't put the link in. I emailed myself, but self forgot to put the link in. All right, we can find it. We'll find it. Let's go to it together. It's going to be from the Lost Coast Outpost. Let's see. A kid shooting a BB gun at people near Eureka High. Great. Local resident falls ill with a metoxin poisoning after eating a foraged mushroom, likely a death cap. Be careful out there. We do have 79 native mushrooms in Humboldt County, and including some fun ones. So people do get scared sometimes. I mean, not scared, but make mistakes sometimes. And you should be scared. Arcata City Council passed a resolution calling for Iran war's end. I guess they missed the video of the gal that was out on the overpass, the Iranian woman that was schooling the media, telling them how great it was. I mean, these people are out here. You know what? It is right now. I cannot do it. Okay. But I did include it in the blog, so we will go to it in a second. But let me go to this first. Where is the stupid thing? There was said Eureka High School and College of the Redwoods had lockdown. Oh, man. Dang it. Okay, let's see. Anyway, you know what? Forget it. I don't even care. Well, we're going to go to something else. I want to see how this sounds. I was going to play this little. So this is a 3D response system. I hang out with these guys on Friday nights. Let me go to my next blog. I did include Joe's show that's on Fridays. It's a grand jury show. It's on the next blog. It's not on this blog I'm on right now. Well, I was going to go over both of these just a little bit, but the grand jury show, it's like my big Friday night. I like to watch the grand jury show and learn about the grand jury process. And what's cool is Joe Lanou, he's cool dude, and he pays for the body cam footage, and we get to watch the body cam footage, and then people deliberate, and there's a chat. And then actually also Joe has, at the end of his show on X, he'll have a space, and he runs the space while YouTube is going. I don't go in the space. I just stay in the YouTube. But Joe's cool and Jason's cool. And I actually got to talk to Jason because I reached out to Jason with an email asking him about what one of these systems would cost. I told him about the school my kids went to. That was a very remote mountainous school. And so, you know, he looked at it online. We kind of looked at it remotely and stuff. And he said it would probably run about 80 grand to 100 grand to set up. But what was really cool about it was what I found out about it is let me see if I could play a video. Let me get my stupid headphones and see how this sounds. He told me what it is. So it's in 60 seconds. The school gets locked down. There's this gigantic, it's magnet and pressure that closes the door of the school. Okay. And he's like, no one's getting in it. Okay. No one's getting in it. Within 60 seconds, you have 911 is called. The doors are locked down. The surveillance is going. It's probably already going. There's probably these buttons around that can call the police and activate the system. And then there's a secure wall. The kids are trained. It's an active shooter situation, training and protection for our kids, like the banks and the malls and everywhere else. There are precious things, jewelry stores. It can sound expensive. Yes, it can sound expensive, but it's insane that we actually don't think about protecting our kids. So he's got a couple of the I don't know, I'm not getting any sound. Maybe here, this one will do. He's got a couple schools he's based out of Minnesota, and so he has a couple schools that have it implemented there already. And so he would fly out and he would, what am I looking for? I need both my brains right now. I need both of my brains. Here we go. Craig. Well, look at you. Good to see you, Craig. Okay, let's check this out. This is so cool, you guys. This is a great solution. I love this. Oh, wait, one more thing. Let me do one more thing. I meant to double check the audio. I think it's the second one down. I think the second one down sounds better. Okay, let's see. Let's try this out. Let's see. Here we go. Let me know what it sounds like.
Let's talk about something that's
Can you hear it?
One's mind these days. School safety. Now, I know it's a heavy topic, but it's an important one. That's where 3D Response Systems comes in. Our mission? To make schools safer for your kids through the power of a multi-layered safety system. We use the fundamental concepts of 3 C's: cover, concealment, and communication. First up, cover. Imagine a school where ballistic features, window enhancements, and automatic door locking hardware are integrated throughout the building.
Can you hear it?
Blending in with existing classroom and school
Volume is low. Okay.
We're talking about bullet-resistant materials integrated within walls and at thresholds, as well as breach-resistant window materials, deterring entry into a.
Let me try something else. Hold on.
Door securing hardware with 1,200 pounds per square inch of magnetic pressure. These features immediate.
Is that better or worse?
Violence.
I just changed something.
Time to react.
Did it make it better or worse? Tell me.
Next, let's discuss.
Tell me.
Safe places where staff and students can hide effectively.
Worse or better?
These aren't just random spots. They are specially designated areas within classrooms and hallways to keep everyone out of harm's way. It's about making sure there's a secure place to go when every second
Okay, thank you. Hey, girl. You are awesome.
And finally, communication. In an emergency, clear and quick communication can be a lifesaver. Our system provides real-time information and updates to everyone inside and outside the building, including arriving law enforcement. How do we do it? With strategically placed emergency buttons in every classroom and key locations around the school. One push of a button and the whole system is activated. Alerts go out immediately, both visually and audibly. To everyone in the school, it also sends a message directly to emergency response personnel. It's designed to be simple in high-stress situations and guide kids to their designated safe spaces. Through an overhead PA system, real-time communication is facilitated, allowing everyone to simplify critical safety decisions during moments of significant stress. We believe that in moments of crisis, simplicity is key. Safety is also about prevention. That's why 3D Response Systems includes preventative measures by licensed mental health professionals. They conduct threat assessments and address mental health vulnerabilities before they escalate. Parents, we understand you want the best for your children, and we share that goal. Please engage with school administrators and ask your school boards how you can bring this to your schools. Ask them how you can work together to create a safer environment for everyone. Because when it comes to our kids, there's no such thing as being too prepared, so let's all work together to make your school a safe teaching and learning environment. Go to 3dresponse.com and contact us for details. Thanks for watching.
Okay. All right. So that is that one solution. I think I might have forgot to add, let me see. I really want to share a website with you guys too, and I'm not seeing it. And I thought I put it in here. Justice for Governor. Youth for Human Rights. Devil Dog shared that with me. That was really cool. I do want to talk about that a little bit. But, okay, I'll have to just go to it. I have not added it here yet either. Okay, I have another good thing I want to share with you guys. Let's see, We the People. RestoreAmerica.org. So this is my friend, my new friend, Gail. And she is up in Oregon. And she has put together a really cool website that has a lot of resources for assembling, for learning, and for connecting, especially. The map is something I'm very, very excited about. You can check it out on your own time. Make sure I'm sharing here. But I would go to California. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me see. Okay, so there's the state map when you click on the tab up here, US map. But then if I click on check your county map up here at the top, it's going to take me, it looks the same, but then I'm going to click on to California. And do you see that little green right there? What is it, you guys? Look at that. It's Humboldt County. Dun, dun, dun. And this is a Humboldt County Assemble Humboldt contact page. If you are interested in learning how to assemble, if you are interested in learning how to serve your country, you won't get paid, you won't get famous, but a lot of people that wanted that have gone away. In fact, we have a meeting on Thursdays. There's a meeting tonight. They're going through the Bill of Rights right now. There's another map that she had, and it was really cool. You could click on it, and it would show you all of the counties as they came into fruition. Like when California first had our Constitution drafted, we had 22 counties. Right now we have 58. We would need 3/4 of 22 counties to reassemble. National Link. So the assembly that we are choosing to be educated at the moment is the National Assembly. It's not behind a paywall. It's not anybody super famous that's running it. However, I think for a lot of us, we look at our leader as kind of famous because he helped assemble Michigan and Alaska. reassemble these two states. Destry's actually running for governor also. I have that in here. You can see who Destry Payne is. Destry helped assemble Michigan and assemble Alaska. So he's moved out to Alaska. He's a welder, but he would like to become governor and then just return the power to the people and have Alaska run and most of our states run as they did, where Congress went to convene once a year and got their business out of our business. So I really support Destry. I really believe in what he's done. I don't know. I've been in some different groups. There are some different groups out there, and Gail did a good job of showing who the groups are that we're not. Let me see if is it under resource? She had a thing here that showed national links. Is it under here? No. I'm sorry, Gail. She has so much on here. It's hard for me to even. She's gonna get on with me one of these days, and here it is. Okay, so it's under history, and she's got a little bit about the Michigan history, and who we're not associated with Anna von Reitz. We're not associated with Anna Vandersteel. We're not associated with David Lester Straight. We're not associated with Tim Turner. We're not associated with any of these groups. This is a really, truly grassroots movement. It's how each county wants to operate, but we have our foundation, right? We have our foundation. We don't need lawyers. We need people that believe in our system and who are willing to take a chance to try something new, actually. So, a lot of times the way I think and the way I feel about so much, I just feel like I'm such a big dreamer, and my bar is so high, but I want what's right. I can't help but see the way it should be. When you think about America 150 years ago or so, how it operated at one time, I want to go back to that. I want to go back to that where people look at each other and allow for liberty. Because we're not liberty minded in this country. We're captivity minded, distinguishing between liberty and freedom. And I want to just read a couple of these questions for this test. You could take this test yourself. It's kind of, it was a bit of work. I did it in 2 or 3 sittings because there's like 87 or 89 questions. And then at the end of it, you literally have to know how to do math and graphs and stuff. Like, it's going to put you on the axis on this graph of where you are and how you think. Do you have liberty for others and liberty? Or are you captivity minded? It's going to put you on this graph. You're going to find out if you are more of an anarchist or slavery, monarchist, oligarchist. Oppression, chaos is similar to the ruler's law that we learned about that the founders used. You had anarchy on one end and tyranny on the other end, and they wanted to land in between. Liberty and justice for all. It's about liberty. People are captivity minded. We have to distinguish between freedom and captivity. So let me just read just a little bit of this here. Most people use the words freedom and liberty interchangeably, but are they the same? To our ears, freedom is made to sound like liberty. Even the phrase, let freedom ring, promises us a future full of liberty. But the result, the fruit of liberty, does not always match the definition of freedom. Freedom is like soil, and liberty is like a delicate seed. Freedom is the soil in which we plant with our words and actions, either the seeds of liberty or captivity. A seed of liberty or captivity is not liberty or captivity itself, just like an apple seed is not an apple. The seed has the potential to become an apple, to become liberty or captivity. So it goes on, and we'll learn more about it later. Here's a couple more definitions. Freedom, the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. Liberty, the state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views. 2, the power or scope to act as one pleases. According to Google, the two are almost identical. Compare that to John Locke, who said, all men are naturally in a state of perfect freedom to order their actions and dispose of their possessions and persons as they think fit, within the bounds of the law of nature, without asking leave or depending upon the will of any other man. But though this be a state of liberty, yet it is not a state of license. Though man in that state have an uncontrollable liberty to disperse of his person or possessions, yet he has not the liberty to destroy himself. Liberty is unobstructed action according to our will, but rightful liberty is unobstructed action according to our will, within the limits drawn around us by the equal rights of others. And that's what we need to learn better in this country right now. There's too much tyranny, even with conservatives and truthers and people that know the truth, but they still are very much in captivity mental state for other people with regards to medical freedom, with regards to traveling with your seatbelts, your helmets, with smoking. We've talked about so many issues where liberty is just snuffed out. Do we want people to be able to smoke on a plane? No, obviously your liberty is starting to impede others in a way. Do we want pedophiles to have liberty? Hell no. You know, we have to figure out what the bar of liberty is. Give me liberty or get out of my way. Seriously, I am so sick of being oppressed. I had to call the vet this week. I had to take my dog to get a vaccine I didn't really want to get. And then I called the sheriff's department and asked them about it. And I spoke with a lady and I said, you know, I just want to know what my options are and what I can do. And she says, well, what would your reasoning be for not wanting a vaccine? And I said, well, liberty, first of all. And second of all, there's this California code. And I started to rattle something off to her. She goes, I'm going to stop you right there. That's not going to happen. I said, what's not going to happen? She said, your civil liberties. That's not going to happen. Oh. Okay. Blood pressure through the roof, you know, taking my dog to the vet, getting this, taking it. Good thing it ain't my kid, but I have done it to my kid. I have done things to my kids I wish I didn't do with regards to vaccinations and stuff. And it's tyranny. It's absolutely tyranny with your animals too. And when other people want to sit there and tell you, well, you know, if you don't get the rabies vaccine, you could be jeopardizing my animals and you need to wear the mask and you need to take the vaccine and you need to research better. You need to research better. I think if we all have the same information and we can make an educated decision, then that's fine. Let's have a discussion. Let's discuss about it. But you're telling me I can't get my dog license unless I get the vaccine. Oh, and now I can't get the vaccine unless I bring the animal in for $100, you know, vet visit. Just like with the dentist. When I moved to California, you could vaccinate your own pets. You could buy the rabies vaccine from the farm store, from the feed store. You can't do that now. You have to take your animal to the vet, register it. It's got to be get him its license. Do you not think that they're going to do that for, say, your chickens? You got to register your chickens. How many chickens do you have? Well, you better bring your chickens in for your vaccines. I mean, we're letting this stuff go. We're letting it go and go and go and go and go so much. It's like, you're really going to take all of this, America? You're willing to take all of this? I am so sick I'm up to here. I can't even believe how tyrannical people talk, just like it's normal to talk about you snuffing out my liberties and my freedoms. That woman that said, oh, your civil rights, she relished it. She relished telling me that my civil rights don't matter in this country. I bet you she's a conservative. She might even be awake. I showed the veterinarian, I showed her a recall. There was a recall on a rabies vaccine. And I had brought the picture. I had put together a little bit of a rebuttal. I thought, I went actually the week before on the wrong day to the vet. I had the date wrong. I was so flustered, I guess. And I really did just have a peace. God gave me peace about it because I really didn't want to do it. And I know I'm strong armed and I know I'm coerced and I am pissed off about it, but I can't do anything about it. I made a vow to my husband. I'm sticking with him. I'm not leaving him over this stupid state. I'm not leaving our deep roots because we're going to tuck tail and run. I saw a video this morning. This guy was like, well, where can I go? What should it? Don't go nowhere. Stand up and fight. We're fighting. We're fighting hard here. We're trying hard. Don't move. Stand up and fight. I've been fighting for 5 years. You wouldn't believe the things people have told me to make me feel like should we just stand down? Should we just give up? Americans are just willing to take so much. You're going to put your kids in school, let them vaccinate them, put a mask on them, isolate them, feed them garbage, poison. I don't even know what to say anymore. I really, I just thought there was one thing I thought at this point, the last thing, after the last time we went to the last drag show for kids at the public school here in Eureka at the Jefferson Center, and the police protected the predators that were all up in that school. These disgusting pigs, these disgusting sisters of the perpetual indulgence, these disgusting people here that the city props up, loves them. Loves them. 2 years old, any age, drop the mic, mayor. She thinks all age drag shows are great for kids. I want to just share with you right now, just a couple minute video. I'm going to talk, but I want to share with you a video that I took firsthand myself. You guys were there when I did it. And America, I have a question for you. Okay? I have a question for you, America, as someone who's been fighting really hard in California for the last, I've been here since 1990. I'm not a Californian. I'm from the southwest side of Chicago. But I moved here when I was 18 years old, and it was a lot different then. So while I'm going to rant right now, I'm going to share a video of the Jefferson School in Eureka, California. And this is the event that they had for Halloween. It was a Pride Show event for children. So please watch as I ask America, if you want me to stand down because you can't handle the hard conversations that need to be had, you can't handle people talking and assembling and organizing. This is a satanic booth, by the way. This is an elementary school, I want you to know, okay? This is a kindergarten through 8th grade elementary school event around Halloween in Humboldt County, where a lot of these vendors set up in the park. But then in the school, they had a drag show for kids where they had really whorish, disgusting pig women dressed up, and the sisters of the perpetual disgusting pig men writhing around and teaching the children how to take cash money and put it into strippers' clothing. America, do you want us to stand down? Do you want this in your school? This is pattern recognition, okay? I'm in Humboldt County, California. This is Eureka, California. This is the Department of Health and Human Services. And she is telling me about their great program for the youth, for how you can have sexual surgery and change your gender. Under 8th grade here. This is the government of California. This is a man that's pretending to be a girl. Also, one more thing I'd like you to notice. He who has eyes to see, let him see. Do you see on the fence? Do you see the triangle, the squares and the triangles inside the squares all along the fence there? You do know what that means, don't you? So this event was a couple years ago. Then we go to talk to the city council about it. And then we all get targeted, and the Human Rights Commission targets us, and they lie and they make up lies about us, and they say that we were out there harassing them. No, we were not harassing them. I definitely made them nervous because I was walking around. I took this video and I was wearing a cowgirl hat. They're like, this girl, she does not belong here. I mean, I definitely drew attention to myself. And then there was like 6 or 7 of us that were here, and we went inside to the school and everything. And, this has been a couple years now. So you had one pastor down in, oh, look, she looks lovely, right? One pastor at the Lutheran church, who would speak out against these guys. I think he got called to Wyoming though. But he actually put out a really good video, and I've shared it many, 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 many times, where he was calling out, where are the Christians? Where are the pastors? Where is the assembly? Look at this. Is that not a satanic thing? This is at an elementary school. So, that's the one that assaulted me later on. I called it Alice Cooper assaults me in drag. And she did. She knocked my phone right out of my hand. And there's the Sisters of the Perpetual Indulgence. They're disgusting pigs. And the government here really respects them. And we get targeted and we get attacked. So, you need to figure it out. Humboldt County Christians or righteous or anybody. Look at this guy. Look at this freaking pig, okay? He is an S&M freak. He's at my school in Eureka. My kids are grown, okay? I don't have no kids here. I went here to fight for other people's kids, and a lot of you people in Humboldt County brought your kids to this event. You brought your kids to Sodom and Gomorrah. Don't you want your kids to have a nice, pure, beautiful, innocent childhood? Why you want to subject your kids to trash like this? Why would you do that? Spit on you. A wood chipper for you. You're disgusting. You know what? I'm getting so mad. I'm sorry. This is why I had to stop streaming, okay? This is why I don't have a lot of good things to say. I want America to know you're losing your fighters because you are not standing up. And your fighters are just beat down. Beat down. We don't have enough support. We're targeted. You're not helping. Who is supposed to know the laws? Who is supposed to be righteous? Who is supposed to self-govern? Who did God give the law to? Did he give it to the gays? Did he give it to the Muslims? Did he give it to the BLM? Look at the rainbow stairs. This school's conquered. This is called the Jefferson Center in Eureka, California. And the gays' pride and all the LGBT and the government is all up in this school. And it pisses me off. And I'm sorry. I don't know how do you want us to act about it? I'm trying to tell you that there are people in California that are not okay with this. We have been standing up. We have been trying really hard to tell people that this is happening here and we're not okay with it. You know, we're absolutely not okay with it. One of the last things that I ever put together was a video that I don't hate editing, you know, that's why I just go live, because I can just go live and it's going to go on all the platforms. I don't edit. I hate editing. I could do a slideshow though. I did a slideshow because there's nothing more. I can't keep doing it. The vaccines are still being pushed. We still pretend this isn't killing people. We act like this isn't happening. Every single day, I look in the obituaries in my community. Shame on you, media. Shame on you, doctors. Shame on you, Open Door Clinic. Shame on all of you that know this is happening in Humboldt County. Shame on you. May God deal with you swiftly. May God have mercy on your soul, because you have all been a great disappointment to me. You don't care about what's happening. You don't know a genocide when you see one? How dumb are you? It's called patterns. It's pattern recognition. We didn't have people just suddenly dying in their sleep under 40 years old. And you know what? It's a lot of tribal people, I noticed too. I bet you it's real easy to tell when they pump that vaccine out there on the reservations. I'll bet it's not hard, because I see them. They coming up at the same time. 3 and 4 natives all dead. Oh, gee, I wonder, did they just put out that vaccine? This is a bioweapon. So were the tests. And it's not stopped yet. It's still happening. I don't have anything more to say. I've stood up against the vaccines, the masks. I've lost my job, been harassed, assaulted. I don't want to talk about myself anymore. I want to talk about other people's accomplishments. I love to talk about solutions and remedies and good stuff, you know. But at the same time, I can't forget that this is still happening. And I don't really know how to reconcile it, where I can't get, you know, I don't want to be emotional. I don't want to get on here and yell at people, but I kind of do too. And I want to cry and I want to scream. I'm super freaking mad, you know, and I should be, and we all should be, because this needs to stop. This is just the saddest thing I've ever lived through in my entire life. I never thought we'd ever live through a time like this, where kids would be going through all this, you know. And I'll skip through some of this, but like we had men and women's sports beating the shit out of women, giving them concussions, paralyzing them. Look at this is what they do in Humboldt County. They love to be around the kids. They are super unashamed about it. And I'm super pissed off, going, hey, you're a mandated reporter. What are you doing? You should be in prison. This was the Jefferson School right here. This was inside the Jefferson School. This wasn't even the worst of it. This is just a little glimpse. But yeah, they were encouraged to give money to adults performing sexually aggressive, provocative, predatory behavior in a Eureka, California grammar school. This is elementary school. And I know a lot of my friends are probably sick of hearing about this too. I mean, you guys lived through it. You know, you were out there with me every day. I was out on the streets for years. I was at Newsom's house. I was out at the clinics, at the courthouses, at the schools. And you know what? We were educating people. We were educating people. We weren't like protesting. We were trying to share with people like, hey, this is really dangerous. You should probably look into this more. And what good did it do? This asshole Scott Wiener is still in Congress. It is unbelievable to me. Unbelievable to me that we have this kind of leadership in this country right now, where they're literally removing and moving around body parts and calling, you could be a girl, you could be a boy. It's like, it's absolutely heartbreaking. Let's see if this will play.
It's only becoming more common, and only recently has it shown any sign of slowing down. Certainly not in the state, though. Certainly not in California. They keep passing law after law that enables what happened to me to happen to thousands of other children. And right now, doctors are telling parents, children, and adults that they can magically change their biology. That is a lie. We need to stop it, and I will stop it. We need compassion and empathy for those who are suffering with gender dysphoria. And if you have a peer who is, show them love, but do not affirm their delusion. Do not be complicit in their demise. I wish I had a friend who would have told me the truth in a kind and open way. But our generation needs our help. There is no greater hill to die on than this. And I'm fighting every single day on behalf of the children who do not yet have a voice. We cannot stop because our most vulnerable are at stake. I will never be silenced until the butchers put the scalpels down.
Yeah, me neither. Oh, there's Boise. I love it. You red states. I love when the red states want to go dumping on California. You know, that's one of my favorites. In case you didn't know, when I get on a good little rant there, it's because when people want to sit here and dump on California, it's like, hey, Boise, your city council declared the pride flag an official city flag to bypass Idaho law restricting government flag displays to city, state, and federal flags. Now, that was in May of last year. So I don't know. I would assume that's been cleaned up, because we had a similar problem in Humboldt County where we had the Earth flag above all the other flags. Here is what they did. Here it is right there. And then that got changed out. Can you see where this flag is not supposed to be? Yeah, they had the Earth flag up there. And then, of course, at the courthouse, they even put, like, the gay flag up there. So those are all the telltale signs for you of, the finger on the pulse of Humboldt County, California, and, like, what's going on here. Hey, Indy, good to see you. God, love the detransitioners. Leave our kids alone. I know. Newsom's house was fun. Polly, my brother from another mother, Carolina. Good to see you all. Oh, it took everything in me to get on here. I used to love doing this so much, but I always want to be more energetic and happy and positive. And I was like, well, I don't think that's going to change. I don't think that the old fervor that I used to have, I don't know, it's just different, losing Sarah and a lot of people actually, but losing Sarah the most has been the hardest thing for me to I want to be positive for you guys, but it's been hard. I just, losing a friend in a house fire where her daughter died and her granddaughter died. Never, ever would have thought. And just knowing that her twin, and anyway, I'm not going to go into it. It's a horrible thing, but you guys know. So that's what's up too. It's been a lot of grieving going on. In our areas, we see so many who refuse to recognize this truth. That's part of the frustration. I know, babe. I know. So I have God mercy on them. I want his vengeance. I hear you. On those pedos. We're talking about those pedos. Hey, have you guys ever seen, oh, good for you, Polly. Have you ever seen the movie The Gingerbread Man? Take a stand against the evil. Yeah, I think they're scared. Of course, I think they're scared. I think they were scared back when we were out and about in the first round. You know, people were scared then. For sure they were scared then. And I thought that people were I thought that people were going to get braver. Thank you, sweetheart. I thought people were going to get braver. Hey, good to see you, Apple Dumpling. But, I don't know. Are they? Did Charlie Kirk's assassination put a hurt on that? Did that make people more afraid or brave? What do you think? Do you think that Charlie Kirk's assassination made people more brave or more afraid? Thanks, honey. Appreciate that. Yeah, I know. You remember Sarah. Gosh, I used to get on with Sarah. You guys, I loved getting on with Sarah. It was so fun with her because, you know, she was so different when she wasn't on camera, man. She was so bubbly and alive and stuff. But man, as soon as she would walk by the camera and she would look at it and she would see it was live. And I mean, I could just feel her whole body tense up and she would freeze up and then she'd get white as a ghost. And it was funny because she wasn't shy, you know, so I never expected that from her. Okay, before I get off of here, I don't know if I'll be able to share. I got a call at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna get on, but if anybody really wanted to talk to me, you let me know and I can send you the link. But this Liberty test here from this book. I recommend this book. I got this book. I found this book on the Center for Constitutional Studies. And then I did put it in Amazon because I wanted to look it up for Kindle. Because I love my Kindle. And anyways, I found the hardcover for $3 on Amazon. It's like $3.99, you guys. And it's really good book. And we need the principle of liberty to get out in the waves, okay? We need liberty. I want liberty. Give me liberty or get out of my way. I'm not going to say or give me death because there's a lot of people, they do want to kill you, you know, and I don't want them to kill us. I want liberty. Give me liberty or get out of my way, like Killdozer. But he died, so, you know. Anyway, let's read a couple of these questions, okay? Here's the Liberty test for you. If you want to take this test yourself, you can. I will end up putting the blogs here. This test, the website it's on is called standuphumble.news, and it is right on the home page. And if you're interested in the call tonight, let me also let you know, where is it here? National Assembly call. There's a call tonight. Conference call. Free conference call. You can find that there too. If you go to I'll just drop the link in there. Anyway, they're just going through the Bill of Rights at this point, but we do usually have a Q&A, which I enjoy, around 7:30. And Destry's on the call, Destry Payne, who is running for Alaska. And he is available to talk to. And actually, if you have a big platform, if you know anybody that has a big platform, please reach out to Destry and talk to him about assembling. Talk to him about Michigan and Alaska. Talk to him about assembling. Because that is what we need to do. And a lot of people know that. And that's why there's so many different assemblies. And they put this information behind a paywall. And knowledge puffs up. Okay? Knowledge puffs up. That is a proverb in the Bible. Knowledge puffs up. People get this knowledge and they get so arrogant. you know, and then they're like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a website. Or they start streaming. They get a website, they stream, they give a little bit of education. And the next thing you know, they just think they're all that in a bag of chips. And they're off and running. And now they're getting money for them because they got to support their lifestyle after all. Let me tell you something about this lifestyle. Destry Payne has held down the websites for years, never asked for money. There's no donation tab. People should donate to him. But everybody else also should be donating their time and energy, their websites, whatever, you know, the stuff costs money. But I will say, like, people that, like my friend Cola, she does a show, and if you want to subscribe to her, Cola and Indy both do shows. Carolina does a show about old ways. We're gonna be streaming more and more. I've been telling my friends we are going to be going live again, and my friends are like, okay, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna go live today, and I've done that every day for the last few weeks, and I just today I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna get the feeling like I used to. It's just I have more of a, well, I hate to say it's dread. It's not dread. I was so excited to get on and be with you guys and say hi and share this information that I have, because I really do try to look for solutions, and I think that's important. And I know you guys appreciate the work that I do towards solutions. So I just thank you for always, you know, putting up with me and being there for me when I do come back and when I go MIA for a while, because I save all this stuff for you. I hold this website and I hold the StreamYard to be able to have panelists and all that. That's my hobby. It's my pleasure to spend the money I can on it. But I will say this, some of my friends that do hold space for people like Cola and Indy both, they can have donations. They're more faithful. There's people that are more faithful. Even if I was faithful, I wouldn't do the donation thing just because I'm doing something different. They hold space, and what they do is different. And I'm afraid I'm getting myself deeper in. I was trying to be helpful. There's people that are grifting, and then there's people that are spending money that they don't really have to be able to provide space for people to get together. And so I'm really appreciative of, like, when John Dunning throws down and certain people throw down, and they can donate to these channels, because it does cost money. It's like $50 for StreamYard, right, Indy? You know, and it's like it's what else do we pay for? I mean, I pay for like no commercials on YouTube. Cola, that's what we should work on that, girl, so we could be like, let's get the fund for the, no, but you know, I know Yorga likes the ads and stuff, but anyway, I'm no grifter, and I will call out the grifters, but I want to talk about the money issue because I don't ask for money, and I can, and I know these ladies will never ask for it either, but just consider it. Consider that it does cost money to hold space. And I heard like Allie Carter a couple weeks ago imploring people, hey, please hold space for people that have been through SA and HT, and please hold space. That's the term. It's holding space. When people dedicate a time slot every single week and drop a link, Yorga, and they drop a link like that. Look, I'm not faithful that way, you guys. You've seen, I used to do it a lot, and I just burned out. I was like, forget it. I am not here to entertain y'all. You know how I feel. And yet I want to be entertained, and I love when I get the link sent to me, and I love to get on your show, but I got to the point where I just couldn't do it, you know? And so I just want to say, also for the truthers, we get down on grifters and stuff. There are grifters, and yeah, F them, okay? F the grifters all the way off. But there are people that really can't afford much more, you know, luxury things. And to be able to have a platform where you can drop a link and have 10 people get on a platform, that costs $50 a month. It costs $50 a month, just so you know. So I don't need the money, and I'm not asking for money. I'm asking you to consider it for my friends who do that, because I get to use their I get to use their platforms. But anyway, and also if you have friends that are doing it, especially if they're like in your community and they're really trying hard to bring you news about your community, please support them. And don't let the new news look like the old news. We should not be looking like the old news. That's not what the digital soldier calling was, I don't think. I used to think everybody should be doing what I'm doing. Everybody should be talking about their county. Everybody should have a website and hold all of their links for all of their people. And everybody should stream about, and everybody can't do it. Everybody, first off, can't even get on camera. And everybody can't do a website, and everybody can't do a lot of these things, but everybody can do something. My ask for everybody is that they would start to see other people's talents and really encourage them in their talents, and thank them for their faithfulness. That's something I've always liked to thank people for that do hold space for us. Thank you for your faithfulness. Let them hear that more. Pray for them, because they're going to get attacked also. Their family's going to get attacked. And also one more little thing that I would ask people do is type in YouTube, type in your county, and maybe type in like gardening or homesteading or something like that. And then the YouTube algorithm will know that you're looking for information on your county. You maybe already do this, but if you don't, try to do this, because I want to know what's going on in your county. And people need to start being more mindful of that's what we need to bring it down. When we're trying to bring it back down from Hollywood and the government and the military and everything, we want to bring it down for our county, not just your state. Because when it gets down to it, and let's say shit is going to hit the fan, and what if the power goes out? Can you make a friend? Thank you, Bear Independent, for saying that. I just love that. It's like, can you make a friend? There's some people that have still been alone after 5 years on YouTube here. And I just want to encourage you, find a Grange, find a church, find somewhere. No place is going to be perfect, but I hate the thought of you being alone, when things get really hard, because there are people out there that would like to help you and would like to take you, and so you don't have to be alone. This is no time to be alone right now. And speaking of that, okay, I got a few more things. I guess I'll just go until it's time for the meeting, I guess. My friend here, Scott Hammond, I've known this guy, golly, probably at least 25 years or so. He does a pretty great thing, and I wanted to highlight what he does for you. What he does is every Friday he has a veterans, oh my gosh, what's it called? Showcase, highlight. He honors a veteran every Friday. Okay, let me just let him talk.
Oh, well, okay. You're gonna hold it? Okay.
And he's going to share why he does it. He's
I don't know
my
where to start.
friend.
I'll start at the beginning. My dad was a World War II vet, P-51 pilot. And not everybody dies, but they come back a little dead. And he drank Budweiser in a bottle for 40 years to forget about all the things he saw. Then he died 40 years sober, which was really cool, because he really came back like a good Army Air Corps guy does. So in dedication to him, we started this 10 years ago. A guy in radio sales guy goes, "Hey, they do this at Texoma Hero." I go, "I mean, they recognize veterans at Billy Bonham's Chrysler in Texoma, Texas? How about a Humboldt Hero? Can we do that here?" He goes, "Heck yeah, and you can buy some radio time too." So then we were off to the races. It wouldn't be appropriate to not recognize first responders, military people, past, present, future.
Amen.
All y'all AMVETs. None of this happens in a vacuum. It's a bit of work. Carrie Jo Bentley is my right hand in this at work. She's amazing. So a lot of people involved. Takes a village. And it's really true. And I want to just take a minute to recognize you all because
Okay, and I don't, but that's okay. But I love Scott, and then the veterans all come up, and then also one more thing I want to share. After this tobacco nonsense, oh, I have so much to say about that, but I'm not going to. Let me share this. This is very important. This is for the veterans in Humboldt County as well. Here we go.
Alrighty, this is Shandell Nelson, veteran peer support specialist, Cal Vet.
I'm going to
Health
speed it
Initiative,
up just a bit.
Nation's finest, wear a couple of hats.
There we go.
Could you pull the mic just a little bit closer or stand a little closer? to the mic?
Marine Corps vet, Vietnam era. And,
Oh, actually, I'm going to slow this part down.
I am certified to the state, taking exams and trainings and all that to do this work for a peer support specialist. So our veterans, our beloved veterans, have an oath, and we actually sign an oath, and we have a creed. And in the discharge of those duties, we sometimes do things we can't undo, we see things we can't unsee, and we remember things we can't forget in the discharge of those duties. That's going to lead to all kinds of problems with substance use disorders, higher rates of unemployment, higher rates of domestic violence, and 73% higher rate of death by suicide. Shandell here is our program, our outreach specialist, and she's going to talk about a solution that CalVet is going to bring to the table.
Just going to play a couple minutes of this so our veterans in Humboldt
Thank you,
County
Bob.
can know about the
Morning.
help that's here
I'm
for them right
Chanel.
now.
As Bob mentioned, I'm an outreach specialist for the CVHI program. So the CVHI program is a 3-year pilot program. We run across Del Norte County, Humboldt County, Mendocino County, and Lake County. And the idea is to help veterans and their immediate family members. So that could be children, adult children. It could be spouses, widows, and we want to get them in with counseling if they're looking for that service. So we could do family, individual, and group therapy for the veteran. For the family, it would be family or individual therapy. And we do have a clinician on site in Eureka for that service. Right now, I know that there is a small wait list. However, we are moving through the wait list very quickly, and everybody does get contacted within 7 days of that referral going through. The requirements for that is that we have to be able to prove that there is a veteran in the home. So we would need a DD-214 or a veteran ID card. The veteran does not have to participate. So if, say, the wife or the children want that service, but the veteran does not, they do not have to participate in order to get that service. The therapy module would be very short term. So we're looking at a 3 to 6 month. And if they wanted a longer term, they would work with the therapist to get referred out for the long term. So the idea is it's supposed to be a short duration, but it's the step to get them that service.
Okay, I'm going to
The
skip
outreach
around here.
for,
I'm going to go to outreach
So we have all
program.
that there. We also have, another guy that does the outreach for our events. We have a couple of fundraisers a year. One of them's coming up, the Game of Thrones. I think that's next weekend. And we provide a valuable service here in the North Coast. We're on the hunt for our vets, get them off the streets, and get them, back into being productive members of society. That's what we do.
That's what they do. Also, one more video I want to share with you guys that I really liked. That was floating around on X. Wasn't that cool though? I was really excited to share that. And then let's see. One more thing I didn't mention, I want to mention too, about the Muslim situation. Okay. There's a group I've supported for a long, long time with my husband. This guy, Sammy Tanago, came to our church and shared with us. So he was a Muslim. He was an Egyptian lawyer, and he is a converted Christian, and he has a ministry called Glad News for Muslims. Okay. And so, I could get pretty pissed off about burqas and stuff like that. Like, never, hell no, that's not going to happen. But again, when it comes to liberty and it comes to grace and all this, we want to think properly, don't we? We don't want to hate these people. So the thing is, I mean, it doesn't mean we're going to tolerate a religion that says they're going to destroy us. But Sammy came and he taught us about what some of the Muslims believe and how, you know, God gave them a promise, but the covenant was with Abraham. And so there's things they need to learn if they want to really be in the truth. Excuse me. And so I think that that is a very important solution for us for today when it comes to the Muslim issue. Be good to be thinking about these things properly and righteously. A really wonderful course I took, it took me a couple hours to do, was this human rights course on here, but this youth one is something that we should get passed around. The youth need to learn about your rights. You essentially have, if you don't know about your rights, you don't have no rights. You know, you don't have no rights. So I think I'm about through most of this stuff. I definitely shared the database. You know, I love to share the database. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. National Granges, state Granges. There's no reason for anybody to be alone right now. Go find your Grange. I hope you can find a Grange. Yeah, they're probably not in every neighborhood, but look for a state Grange, look for a national Grange. These programs are over 150 years old. It's where your farmers and your ranchers are. You can do things at Granges. It's endless. It's one of the best solutions I ever found. And what was super cool is we got to celebrate the 150th anniversary in Humboldt County last year. The Granges came out and I went to the celebration every day. I loved it. They do self-govern. The Granges, matter of fact, I got my bag here. The Granges self-govern so good. This is their book of self-governing. I mean, you have your meetings, you have your boards, you have your stuff. You know, that's what I'm all about. If you didn't know, I'm about self-governing. I don't want to be ruled. You could take your tyranny and shove it. Take it with your mask and your vaccine and shove it. Not having it. I can govern myself. Thank you very much. I'm not going to bother you. Leave me alone. And I'm going to leave you alone. Okay? That's how America is supposed to be. So yeah, the Granges is one of my favorite and most best solutions I've ever found. You are going to find some of the best people in the country that are attached to Granges. You can go cooking. I got me a little sign for pizza. I wanted to be cooking pizza. I have been actually very inactive in my Grange the last few months, to be honest, but I still tout them and I love them, and I am thinking about doing another Mother's Day event where I'll bring my mini ponies down, because the community did really love that. They loved the ponies. And they love to get out. The ponies love to get out. Oh, I better share this real quick. I'm not going to share this whole video or even really any of it. Find the link. But this gal was in Arcata. She was on top of our ramp here, our overpass ramp here. And she was letting the reporter know about Iran and what she thought. Let me play just a minute of her.
Don't have any voice. We don't have any voice. That's what I'm here, killing myself. To maybe somebody listen, even one person listen for me is one person. One person is one person. That's all I want. And I miss my family so much. I can't wait to go there. You have a lot of people. They're so happy. Okay. I mean, I know you're gonna be shocked.
I know you're gonna be shocked.
I can send you, if you give me email, I can send you video after video that the real voice of Iranian people, they're looking at the bomb and cheering.
Yeah.
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 Just see what they did to my country, that people are happy with the bomb. Just see what they did to us. That we're happy, we're willing to get that. you're dealing to just, we call it freedom bomb. Bomb of freedom. See how we are. 47 years is a lot. So many execution, young kids, like his age. They, why? For basic freedom, just let us be a good life. We deserve that.
So she interviews her for 15 minutes, which I thought was pretty amazing because if you've been watching me for any amount of time, you know I am no fan of Ryan Burns. Okay. Is this Ryan Burns? Is that her name? Ryan Hudson. Okay, she's not Ryan Burns. I'm no fan of Ryan Burns. This girl, she's okay. She's okay. The thing about her, like, she's respectful and she's really a good journalist. The thing about the media in Humboldt County is they just go for every latest trending thing. You know, the BLM, Antifa, pink hats, whatever is coming down the pike through the Democratic machine of NGO money, nonprofit, government on the tit forever. That's what they do. That's what they support. It's every story. And also, one thing I really don't like that she'd been doing is starting to, I felt like she was painting the police in a really bad light with some homeless stuff. I don't know if she changed it, but it's just every single issue that we have, they're always on the side of the Democrats. They're always on the side of the money, the NGO money, the nonprofit money, whatever's hating the government, whatever's hating Trump, you know, that's what it is. But it just gets old. It just gets really old. And yeah, this was some of her police trespass outreach worker at homeless camp. SB 634 violation. Oh, I didn't know you were going to get into business of educating the public on laws now. I'm so excited. It's about time. But it's against, you're going to what? Harass the police who are doing their job with the homeless. Homeless trespassed by Arcata Police Department as residents struggle to relocate. Homeless cleared by police for cleanup crew. So you see what I'm saying? She's been after the homeless or after the police that are having to deal with the homeless. Like, they don't want to be having to deal with it either. It's our crappy public servants. How much money are they getting for homelessness? Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till, do we have to have Nick Shirley come here, or can anybody uncover the fraud, and can we be like, wow, look at the fraud, or does it have to be Nick Shirley? You know, because, like, frankly, you know I get taken wrong, and you can take it however you want. I really don't care, but there are 1,000 Nick Shirleys in this country, and people ignore them. He has the president's ear. He has mainstream media's ear. He gets invited to the White House. Yay, I'm glad. That's wonderful. Americans need to stop looking at who's popular, who's famous, who's getting the attention, and look at your county. You have 3,144 counties in this country, and they're all experiencing fraud through embezzlement, through laundering, through theft. We shouldn't need Nick Shirley to go to every single county in this country. Do we need Nick Shirley to go to every single county in this country? I don't need Nick Shirley to come here. I got a whole website dedicated to the fraud here in Humboldt County. I don't need Nick Shirley here. I've been doing it for the past 5 years. You've got water issues, school issues, veterans issues. Humboldt is sexualized. It's a COVID cult. Mental health is a mess. Green energy worshipers here. We've got some history. I mean, you got people that are doing the work. You just don't have Americans looking in the right places yet. You're still watching Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson and all this blah, blah, blah. And they're not going to help your community. They're not going to help your county. They don't care about you at all. They don't care about you at all. Not one bit. Not one bit. Is he expecting people to do the same? I hope so, because I love Nick Shirley. I do. I think he's cool. When I brought him up at a meeting one time, I remember people, what I just said, I said it. And I probably didn't say it perfectly. And I probably sounded like a bitch. And I probably sounded like, I'm jealous because Nick Shirley's getting all the attention and poor me. I want the attention. No, I don't. I don't want the attention. I just want the American people to look at things that are not popular. That's what I want. I want them to stop sensationalizing people that make it to the big time. That's how we got in this mess in the first place, isn't it? He's inspiring people to just say, yes, yes. Oh, I thought that was Indy. My gosh, my eyeballs. Yeah, he is inspiring people to do the same. And I hope that he does succeed in that. I want to see more of it. I want to see more of it. Yes, for our military and our veterans. Did Craig throw out a compliment? Really? No way. Appreciate it. Go live. And I know, Cheryl, you love everyone to go live. Cheryl, I don't know why you don't start a channel, honey. You could run it 24/7. You could run it 24/7, Cheryl. I know. I read through autocorrect. And you know what? When I do a typo, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I don't fix it. I'm like, I know they know what I mean. I'm not clogging up this chat by fixing one letter. I'm sure they know I meant touch, or what was it? I wrote something, it said touch. Oh, I was in Joe Lanew's chat and he said something about, the guy said tough. Oh, he hurt his feelings. Tough shit. And I was like, yeah, tough shit. And it said touch shit. And I was like, oh, well, I'm not changing it. I don't care. Whatever. We can all figure it out. We can all figure it out. We're all adults here, aren't we? Well, Gail, I hope Gail and Cheryl were lurking. I didn't see them in the chat or anything, but I sent Gail the link and I hope I did her proud with the interactive map. She will join me sometime and I'll get to introduce you guys to Gail. You guys are going to love Gail. She's super sweet. I told her she can put her avatar on. Maybe after the meeting tonight, now that I've broken again, I could maybe go live again. I'm so excited to start streaming on the regular again with Echo, Carolina. We're going to be doing old ways streams. She's taught me so much about old ways, cooking, not so much fermenting. She's not a big fermenter, but canner, pickling. She does a lot of that. Gardening. I've got a lot of good tips from gardening. So I want to share more of her with you guys. Bye, Indy. Love you, honey. Thank you for coming by. And I want to share Echo and we have a lot of good talks and we share a lot of good information about Native Americans. Echo is our Native American educator in our group. She's always been really good about reminding us, hey, don't forget about us, because it's so easy to forget about the natives sometimes. For me, I mean, I'm a country girl. I can forget about everything. I could go play with my horses in my garden and I could forget about a lot of things, but I don't mean it the way it sounds. You guys know what I mean. We ignore a lot of things. We forget about a lot of things historically. And it's weird because in Humboldt County, we have natives that live here and we have white people that live here, and we do mesh and mingle somewhat, but at the same time, there are two governments in play here, so it's really, it's hard for me to reconcile it. Like, I so badly wish I was Native, and I so badly wish I was Amish. That's what I told the vet when I went to the vet, and because I was like, dear God, please help me just know what to say, because I'm not going to just go in and not try. Okay. I'm not going to just go in and have my dog get a vaccine that I don't want the dog to get and not try. And I prayed about it and I was like, God, just help me. And so I had the vaccine. I had the recall picture ready to share with her, and I shared it with her, and I'll share it with you in case you need to see it yourself, but you could take a screenshot of it. I shared it with her, and she, oh dang it, maybe I'll try to put a picture in the, oh, I don't know how I could put it. Here we go. There you go. Take a screenshot of it right there. So when I went to the vet on Monday, I asked her, I said, well, if there's any options for me, I would like to not have this for my dog. And if you want to give my dog saline, that'll be okay. That's what I felt like God gave me to say to the vet. If you want to give my dog saline, I will be okay with it, because I wasn't about to do the whole exemption thing, because then you're on record as having an unvaccinated dog, and the whole, it's just ridiculous. Okay, so I wasn't doing that. I said, well, if you want to just give her saline, she goes, I can't do that. And I said, okay. She goes, are you concerned about anything else? I said, I just don't want anything to happen to my dog. And I know she doesn't understand, because she thinks vaccines are good. And I can't, she's a veterinarian. So I did what I could, I did what I could, and I had to concede. And that's why I'm very motivated to get this circulating in the airwaves. It's about liberty. It's liberty and justice for all. Let's have some grace for each other. We're all waking up at different stages. We're all waking up in different places. And everybody isn't going to know everything. But I really, really loved seeing my friend Gail take on that website and just encourage her. And at first I think I probably even almost discouraged her, like, Gail, just focus on Oregon. We all just need to focus on our own county and our own state. And it is true. That is what we need to do. But there's no stopping somebody when God has given them a commission and a task. It's get out of the way. Don't be a hindrance. Do not try to stop the good work that God is doing. We are supposed to be united. We are supposed to assemble. We should be self-governing. There's a lot of things that we're really behind. We're really behind right now. I don't think people have any clue as to how far behind we really, really are. And mind, body, spirit, social. Let me leave with this. Liberty, governance, learn, commit, advance, level up. Don't stay stuck. I pray that I do not focus on other people too much. And I pray that for you as well. When people need to stop blaming California, blaming the blue states, blaming the blue cities, blaming the blue governors, blame yourself. The sooner you blame yourself for your inaction with your own, you got to do more than vote. Please, if you think voting is the answer, you are so much further behind the curve than I can't even possibly begin to tell you how. It's not like you have to kill yourself or anything. I'm talking like an hour a week, 2 hours a week. We have an educational call that's starting right now. It's 2 hours. It's easy. Doesn't take much. But a lot of people can't do it. And but we got to stop looking at each other and blaming each other, because that is not helping, okay? That is not helping. Body, donate time, serve, grow food, walk outside, put your feet in the grass, look up at the sky, pray. Spirit, read the ancient writings. The newest, latest, greatest podcasters, trending, viral, they're not going to save us. They are not going to save us, okay? The ancients, the ancient writings. That's such good stuff. Real history. Social. Engage with your community. We have libraries, we have senior centers, we have granges, we have churches, we have business, marketing meetings. You've got Toastmasters, you've got B&I meetings, you've got, there's so much. And all these places would be a lot cooler if you were there. So We got to get back into gathering. Gathering has been on the attack way longer than COVID. Okay. Gathering and assembling is what is attacked as well as truth. So don't let them win. Find your people, make a new friend. We should not be alone right now. I really feel for people that are alone right now. I don't want you to be alone. I want you to find your people. Okay. They want us divided. We don't want that. I'm going to drop the link of where I'll be listening for the next, I was told that I could actually share the assembly call. Let me see if they've got started. Because it is public after all. I just never do. I never want to sit here and like sit here while the whole call is going. And then sometimes my audio doesn't work on the, yeah, see Ron's talking, but I don't hear him. So you can call in too. There's a call in. Oh, I think did I close it? No, it's still here. There is a call in phone number if you don't want to be on the video screen. You can just call it. Like I have, let's see, I have it in here. Let's see if they're started. I like to hear the roll call, although it was very depressing for a while when, hey. Yeah. No. Okay. I'm live. Okay. Yep. Thanks. Bye. Okay. I left the meeting. Oh.
Welcome to My One Number. The recording has started.
Thank you for the National Assembly Board. We thank you for the people who has.
Can you hear it? I'm going to leave it on for just a couple minutes and let you guys hear what the call's like.
For waking us to the truth.
Muted.
It will take to
I just got muted because
country, Lord.
I interrupted the prayer. What an a-hole. D.
Lord, we thank you for unity in the National Assembly. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Scott. Reading the Bibbins for the first time this evening. This meeting is private, bearing false witness, misrepresentation, and posting inflammatory rhetoric in public forums is forbidden.
I'm going to get in
and shall be addressed
trouble.
an appropriate manner. To
No.
eliminate all conflict and false allegations, is there anyone in attendance in today's meeting that is a member or agent of any law enforcement agency or public agency of the federal, state, county, city, or township agencies present? Sean, Florida, if I may. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with the Bivens decision, but I'm having very much difficulty with the audio on my phone. But I just want to let Linda know that Florida is here. I just sometimes cannot hear when she's asking for Florida. Thank you. Can you show me you're allowed to see on that? So your broadcast is good. You receive maybe weak. Anyway, reading the Bivens the second time. This meeting is private. Bearing false witness, misrepresentation, and posting inflammatory rhetoric in public forums is forbidden and shall be addressed in an appropriate manner. To eliminate all conflict and false allegations, is there anyone in attendance in today's meeting that is a member or agent of any law enforcement agency or public agency of the federal, state, county, city, or township agencies present?
Dang it.
Hearing none, reading the Bibbins for the third and final time this evening. This meeting is private, bearing false witness, misrepresentation, and posting inflammatory rhetoric in public forums is forbidden and shall be addressed in an appropriate manner. To eliminate all conflict and false allegations, is there anyone in attendance in today's meeting that is a member or agent of any law enforcement agency or public agency of the federal, state, county, city, or township agencies present?
Dang it.
Hearing none, Linda, would you be so kind as to do the roll call?
Yes, I will. Okay, I'd like to welcome all the new people to the call tonight.
Okay.
I did hear the young man from Florida, and if you have a coordinator or moderator in your state. Please let them say present, okay? 9:08, I shall start with Alabama, please. Okay, Alaska,
Alaska present.
Arizona, Arizona present. Arkansas, California,
Present.
thank you. Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida,
Florida present.
thank you. Georgia,
Georgia present.
Hawaii,
Hawaii present.
Idaho, Illinois, Indiana. Oh, was there somebody picking up for Illinois?
There's no audio? Oh, shoot. You guys. Oh, that's right, because I walked away with the ding cell phone.
Washington,
I took it with me
West
to the
Virginia.
bathroom. Sorry. Yeah, I forgot.
Wisconsin,
My bad.
Wyoming,
Wyoming present.
thank you. Okay, and then I shall ask for Canada. Let's go back here, please.
There was a few states that are there, okay? Just so you know.
Okay, I shall go to the states that did not say present the first time. Alabama, Arkansas,
I'm back.
Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Idaho,
Oh my gosh.
Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Mississippi, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina again. Okay, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Dakota. Okay, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and I'll ask for Canada again. Okay, well, I'll give you just a second here, okay?
On you, Todd.
Oh, hello, thank you very much for speaking up, duly noted. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim.
All right, that's
Woman from Quebec there. She just suddenly dropped off. I haven't heard anything out of her in a month. I didn't think she got sick.
That could very well be.
I don't know what
I
he
hope
just
not.
said. He thinks she got what?
Okay. Okay, I have 19 at 9:14. And I would like to give a couple of little scriptures here, if I might, Ron.
Run ahead.
Okay.
19.
And anyone wants to confer, let me take that note right now too, please. Kentucky concurs.
19 is not enough, y'all. We need more than 19 states on a call.
I'm sorry, say that again.
We need more than 19
Thank you very
states on a
much.
call.
Excellent. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. 100%. Okay. There's a scripture in 2 Timothy 2:15. And I'd like to read that real. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. And then there's a scripture in the Old Testament that confirms it. The Old Testament always confirms the New Testament. New Testament always confirms the Old Testament. The one in the Old Testament is in Psalms 3, 5, and 6. And that reads, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Now, the word direct in the Old Testament scripture and rightly dividing in the New Testament scripture are very similar, even though Timothy is in Greek and direct thy paths, direct in the Old Testament is in Hebrew. And I always like to compare it to a water course, because in the Hebrew meaning of that word rightly, direct, there is one meaning of that word that can be used for water, a water course. And I always think to myself, well, water always wins. That means the Lord always wins. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. I'll piggyback what Linda just said there about different words. So the Bible is written in Hebrew, translated to Greek, and translated from Greek to English. So I'll just go back to understand. You need to understand the translations. And the one thing I do with everybody, there's a PDF version out there on the National Assembly website of the Geneva Bible 1599 Patriot Edition. I recommend that for everyone. I recommend the EU Bible because the people that translated that Bible with footnotes in there give you understanding of the verses. So I say I'll use one, Genesis 1:26. It says, God said, let us make man. And I watched a show called Ancient Aliens, and it said God was talking to other people there. And if you read the footnote, if you have the King James version, you don't have anything because they took the footnotes away. In the James Bible, there's a footnote there, and the footnote says God was taking counsel with His wisdom and His virtue. It's me, myself, and I. So it explains that to you, so you don't need some higher level authority to tell you what it means. The people that translated it put the footnotes there so you can understand. And again, if you translate a metaphor, if you don't understand the meaning of the metaphor, you're not going to get. If you have to call in my leg or another language, people aren't going to understand what you're talking about. So anyway, you need the footnotes to understand things like that. So thanks for bringing up, Linda. Understand that the King James version, you can read it. I pass out the Geneva Wild Page edition to all my friends, and it opens their eyes because people don't know what they don't know. So
Yeah, I agree. Thank you.
yeah, thank you. Going back to the course here, Dusty, do you have any announcements you wanted to make before we get?
Not tonight, other than I gotta head downstate for governor stuff tomorrow.
Lucky you. Are you officially on the ballot yet?
Yeah, we'll be after tomorrow.
Okay. All right, Megan, were you connected with? Was that Chrissy?
Yes, I was just gonna say, Destry, is that this your governor office?
Not in the beginning, but in the end it will be.
It's good. We can infiltrate them. They catch me infiltrating them all the time, and they shut me out. But like I said, I ran for public office 3 times. And the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my hand on my Geneva Ancient Edition Bible. I'm gonna swear to defend and protect the original jurisdiction and Constitution for the United States of America. And they can either accept that, or they're gonna challenge me. And if they challenge me, they bring to light that something's wrong. If they accept it, I'm the juror.
Yeah, my goal is to have our covenant on the 2028 public ballot.
Oh,
Yeah.
very cool. Anyway, Megan, I think we're supposed to wrap up the 10th Amendment by Megan. Is that correct?
Hi, Ron and everyone. We may wrap it up tonight. Ron, we'll see if we can get through to the end. I will be screen. Oh, sorry, chat.
I just sent it to you.
Thank you. Good timing.
All right, I'm gonna end that there. I just wanted to let you guys see what the call's like. You know, for 5 years I've been looking for solutions for Humboldt County. One more thing I forgot to tell you was about Joe Lanou, the grand jury show, and Jason, the 3D response guy. When I talked to him, I asked him if he would be willing. I said, you know what would be really cool is I would love to have those guys. I would love to have somebody in law enforcement. Well, I think I would love it. Maybe I wouldn't love it. I don't know. I would like to go over some of the videos that instances that I went through during COVID with the law enforcement when I was being harassed. And I want to get their opinion. And I want to see how they think. Well, I really want to know what lawful law enforcement, and I really feel like Joe Lanou and Jason are as pretty good as it gets when it comes to law enforcement wanting American citizens to have liberty and not just being like, me cop, you listen, you know, comply or die. And some people are like that on that show. There are people on that show that say that. And but I would like to, you know, the problem I have in California and anybody else who's dealing with an unlawful government is that you have laws on the books, we have our Constitution, and then you have unlawful laws, and then you have people that are implementing unlawful laws, okay? And then you have Americans that are saying, stand up, hold the line, right? So we're going to have to figure it out. We're going to have to figure out how we can stand up. I was never one to harass cops and like, give them a hard time, but they were harassing me and they were giving me a hard time and they were completely unlawful. Which is why I went into education mode, because I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I've got rights. You know, I'm pretty sure I live in America, not Iran. What is going on here? I can't get my groceries unless I cover my face? Right here, California? No, I'm not having it. I will learn it better than they know it. But anyways, Joe and Jason, back to Joe and Jason, they said that, well, Joe didn't. I didn't ask Joe. I asked Jason when I talked to him, hey, Jason, do you think that Joe, or would you be willing, because they're both retired law enforcement, 30 years. And when I called, when Jason and I finally connected, because it was like phone tag for a while, I was like, he goes, well, what state are you in? I was like, oh, I hate to tell you this, but I'm in California. And he's like, well, I'm in Minnesota. I'm like, oh, okay. So he's cool. Jason's super cool. And I was like, well, hey, man, you know, I had a lot of instances where I was dealing with cops and they were really unlawful. And I've always wanted to know what a really righteous, lawful police, how they think we should be handling situations. You know, when you're in a state and the cops aren't being lawful. I mean, mostly, like, I was watching a guy today. He was really good. He was going over the whole Bill of Rights, and I'm going to finish it, but I'm hoping to share that soon. And he's like, hey, you know, if you're getting pulled over, number one, hopefully you're not committing a crime. Don't be committing a crime. And two, just comply. Did he put it like that? Comply or obey with orders. You know, and I mean, I did that to a degree, but it's like, I'm not wearing a mask to get my groceries. So, you know, and actually the Constitution protects my right to not have to wear a mask to get my groceries. So when the cops were telling me, you either put that mask on or you're not getting your groceries, they were being unlawful. So I left. I didn't sit there and cause problems for cops. Okay. I'm not that. That's not me. So anyway, hopefully one day, wouldn't that be fun to like have some of those videos where I was like dealing with the cops, and then I could have, you know, have a panel of like police officers. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be fun. Maybe they're going to piss me off. Maybe they're going to be like, D, you were out of control there. You should have never did that, D. No, because I know I was good to the cops, because I have my family is full of first responders, and I'm not an asshole. So I wouldn't do that to a cop. But, you know, I'm also not going to comply with unlawful orders. I'm not here to obey anybody but God. So anyway, I must have rambled enough, right? I've rambled enough. I guess I got back in the saddle. It's hard when I don't do this for a while to when I go to StreamYard. Like, I don't even know how many times I went to StreamYard and I went to set up a live, you guys, like probably 4 or 5 times in the last month. And like, I would get so far, I'd get real good. I'd get a thumbnail in there, I'd get a title in there, and then all of a sudden my stomach would start to feel sick. I was like, what is this new feeling? I feel sick right now. I used to be so pumped up and excited, but like, can't wait to be with my YouTube people, and we're going to talk about all the things, and I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on, and we're going to have a good time, and we're going to talk all night long. No, just kidding. But sometimes we did. Leave the donuts alone. Cops get grouchy, tell them they need to visit Waffle House. No, I'm not giving them no stuff about. I'm not making donut jokes at cops. No, I'm not that girl. I was never like, you pigs, girl. Like, I just can't. I know evil, unlawful people when I see them, and I'll call them out every time, but I don't put every cop in that category, because that's not fair. And we should not put any one person in a single category based on what some other person did to us. It's not fair. That goes for men, that goes for women, that goes for groups, assemblies. You know, we've got a lot of people are dealing with they're not dealing with their trauma and they're taking it out on each other is what they're doing. So we got to get better. We can do better. I think we can do better. I mean, I'm nothing but a dreamer. That's okay. They call me Pollyanna. No, but I do want to be hopeful. I'm not going to give up hope. And I'm not going to give in to whatever somebody wants to force me into next, because it's all coming, you guys. We're getting coerced into everything that's cheaper, everything that's easier, everything that's convenient. It's probably not good, you know. But I pray for our country every day. I stand on my deck and I pray, God, please help us in this county, in this country, in this world. Give the righteous supernatural victory in Jesus' name. Amen. Protect our families. I pray that for you. I pray peace for you. I pray grace and mercy for you. And I pray that you'll want to learn, because there's really no group that can save us. We really have to learn this on our own. So when the time comes, we can stand together and be like, oh, yes, you know about liberty too. It's liberty and justice for all. Amen? Amen. Thank you guys for sticking with me and for supporting me and for being here when I fire up this stream. It means a lot that you guys are here. It really does. Thank you for listening to the ramblings of a crazy California lady. I'll see you on